Hey, it's Dawn here. Welcome to this little nugget. If you'd like the full video, go to the Interro Talk playlist on my main page. Enjoy.
MYA.
Okay. You're being very helpful. Okay, I know it's hard.
I'm trying. I just
you're doing fine.
What's happening.
You're doing fine. I know it's all the shock. I know it's coming to you all at once. Okay.
I don't know who would do this.
Okay. Well, it appears from what we've seen so far that someone intentionally hurt Annie. Okay, intentionally. Okay, I don't think.
Know who it is.
No. And I don't
what do you think I'm under the voice?
I don't think.
You don't know who it is? Now she's already laid out her story, an amazing level of detail, while being hysterical and crying and hyperventilating. And now she's starting to ask for information that could be useful to her. Again, showing no empathy for Dan in from what I can tell, in terms of, hey, can I just go see him at the hospital? I just found that, like, right off the bat, the first time I saw this, like, she's just sitting there. I mean, maybe for a few minutes, I'm sure the police would have accommodated her if that's what she wanted.
I think that's going to be. I have no indication at this time that that's a threat. Okay, but the boys are going to stay with you. You're not going back over to Trescott. Okay.
No, I don't live there anymore.
I know you don't. But the boys are going to stay with you. Okay, and they'll be fine.
I don't want to go there anymore, to Trescott. That was fast.
We can take care of them like this.
All right. Where's your closest family at?
My family actually just talked to my brother this morning. My parents are in Coral Springs.
Okay.
And my brother, I have two brothers, but I'm very close to one of them who is in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. All right. So that's where you're from originally, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So much detail about her family. He just said, where are they? The answer would be, I don't know, Miami. And we get like a two, three semi-paragraph of information. I talked to my brother this morning. He didn't ask him that. He didn't ask her that, but we know that's important.
Yeah, he's in Canada. Did they know? Did you tell them?
No, they haven't known.
Oh, God. His friends,
This is what I want to do, okay? This is what happened, okay? Daniel's been shot, okay? And we have to find out why and who did this. Can you help with that?
I will try.
Okay. What I want to do right now is try to expedite things, okay? But I need your permission. I want to take your cell phone and download all the information out of it.
Sure.
Do you have a problem with that?
No.
Okay. And then.
So here she's saying sure, but she's shaking her head no. Now, earlier I mentioned when she was shaking her head yes over and over again about Danny being shot. Now she's saying sure, but she's shaking her head no, which is pretty notable.
We're going to make arrangements for you to get the kids, or we'll get the kids somehow, okay?
And Antoine, is her legal training maybe a disadvantage to her because she is so aware of what could be thought? Well, I don't know if it's a disadvantage. I think if the state of Florida is correct and naming her as a co-conspirator, honestly, she hasn't been charged yet. I mean, she hasn't been arrested yet. So I think not. But does she think she's smarter than everybody else? And does that or her family members think that? We know that they feel that way because we've heard them say it as such in the tapes.
Because the kids are at daycare, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to need their mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. I got to get a form for you to sign, and then I'm going to get the phone started. Okay.
Oh, God. I have a lot of friends.
I know.
How do you know that?
Well, you had two of them up there for a last minute lunch date, right?
How do you know that?
Well, I mean,
I have a lot of friends. He says, I know. And immediately she's saying, how do you know that? What? Who would think to ask that question? How do you know that? Well, we'll find out.
You went up there. You're sitting with them. You have friends.
I do. What I meant by it is that Danny didn't treat me very well. And I'm so scared that maybe someone did this. Not because they hate Danny, but because they thought this was good somehow.
Oh, maybe one of her friends might have done this. This is new to me. I loved looking at this over and over again because I always pick up new things. So she's throwing the kitchen sink, as we'll learn later, the kitchen sink as far as keeping the detectives busy looking. And I didn't realize I have a lot of friends. Maybe someone did this.
Saying that you think maybe one of your friends would have done something like this?
I forgot.
I don't know. That's why you're here, and that's why we're talking. Would you ever ask someone to do something like this?
Not a million years.
Okay. Do you think someone would do this for your benefit without asking you?
No.
What good does it serve?
I mean, my brother, the one his name is Charlie, the one I'm really close to, he makes a lot of jokes in bad taste, and it was a joke he made.
I'm going to go back one sec here.
To get the kids, or we'll get the kids somehow, okay? Because the kids are at daycare, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to need their mother.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yes.
I got your form for you to sign, and then I'm going to get the phone started, okay?
God. I have a lot of friends.
I know.
How do you know that?
You have two of them up there for a last minute lunch date, right?
Last minute?
Well, I mean, you went up there, you're sitting with them. You have friends.
I do. What I meant by it is that Danny didn't treat me very well, and I'm so scared that maybe someone did this. Not because they hate Danny, but because they thought this was good somehow.
Oh, are you saying that you think maybe one of your friends would have done something
Who
like
would
this?
do this?
Who would do this? Okay, this is interesting, this part.
I don't know. That's why you're here, and that's why we're talking. Would you ever ask someone to do something like this?
Not in a million years.
All of a sudden, she's not hyperventilating. She's looking him straight in the face, tilting her head. Not in a million years. Ready for that question. Very ready. And if she was going to ask the detective, if I were going to ask the detective, me, I would say, what, me? Of course not. No. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
But that's just me.
Do you think someone would do this for your benefit without asking you?
No.
What good does it serve?
That's important too. Do you think someone would do this for your benefit without asking you? Simply no. Was that maybe some sort of a confession? I don't know.
I mean, my brother,
Boom.
the one, his name is Charlie, the one I'm really close to, he makes a lot of jokes in bad taste, and it was a joke he made. He bought the TV for me this morning that got broken, and I was talking to him about whether it made sense to pay to fix it or whether I should get a new one, and it was always his joke that, like, he knew Danny treated me badly, and it was always his joke. He said, I looked into hiring a hitman, and it was cheaper to get you this TV, so instead I got you this.
So first of all, this really confuses me because she's telling her story. He's not asking so much, which is a good detective work, letting them speak. But she says, we were speaking this morning. So that's the second time she mentioned that she was speaking to her brother on the phone this morning, the morning of Dan Markel's murder. It was after he said, would somebody do this for you or on your behalf? And she said no, which we don't think is, I think she wasn't lying there. And then she says, he always says hiring a hitman would be cheaper than buying you a TV. So it wasn't that he just said it that one time. And we know that. And she probably knows that they're going to find that out. So again, it's another preemptive strike. I think that's the fourth one so far.
TV. I mein, he would never. He's my big brother, and he's been taking care of me since I was little, but he would never. And I told that to the repair guy this morning.
Right.
So she told the repair guy about her big brother taking care of her. Weird.
That's okay.
I said, he asked me how much it cost, and I said I didn't know because it was a gift, because my brother said it's cheaper than a hitman. It was my divorce present.
Okay.